mode.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have so many people that have registered for this live webinar here today, and I just want to welcome everybody. We are excited to share with you a business model that is truly changing a significant amount of people's lives from around the world. And I'm also excited to be able to share this business presentation to each and every one of you with my good friend, my business partner, top leader here in NHT Global, Jamie Messina. So we are going to get started, folks. I know we're going to have a lot more people that are dialing in here as we begin our presentation. But my name is Andreas Papakostas, and I am from the Chicagoland area.
And my name is Jamie Messina. I'm from Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. And Andreas, I just want to echo your excitement. I am so excited about what we have going on with NHT Global, the people that we have, the way the groups are growing globally and going into new markets each and every single day. And you know, there's a reason why this opportunity is growing so quickly. NHT Global is growing so quickly. But before we get into there, we have to really set the tone as to what's really going on in the industry and what's really going on in the markets, right? Because for a lot of people, they're looking for new opportunities because they have to, right? Because they need to find a different way in which to make money. But when they start to look, they get confused. They get discouraged. They get frustrated. Because I know that's what I felt, over 8 years ago. It's literally a jungle out there. What do you go into? There's home businesses. There's online businesses, affiliate marketing, direct sales. There's lots and lots of jargon as to what it is. But the bottom line is, what do you want to achieve? And then it's a matter of how do you want to achieve it, right? Because what you really want to do is you really want to create that extra income. You want to be able to take what you're doing now and add some security to it, and add some security to it by building a business from home, part-time, and then get to a point where your business is earning as much or more than your current income. That way, if something happens to your income, you have that backup. You have that safety net. Or make the choice to do your business full-time and then really have an income that changes your life. To create that career income, to create that legacy income, to live a lifestyle that you started simply with a few hours a day, each and every single day, doing a few little things, leveraging the efforts of people like Andreas or myself to help you build that business. 6 to 8 hours a week is really all it takes to get started, and you can really start a business with no prior experience. And how do I know this? Because when I started 8 years ago, I had no idea what to do. I had no clue how to build a business, but I had the desire and I knew what I wanted. And when I surrounded myself with the right people like we have here at NHT Global, it made me unstoppable because all I needed to do was learn what I needed and build a business, and we can definitely help you do exactly the same thing. But Andreas, how can people on the call be so sure?
Well, that's a great question because, every opportunity, as you mentioned, the jungle of opportunities out there, they all sound the same. They all tell you the same things. Well, folks, we have done it for 12 years, and we have helped people from every continent. And I'm going to share with you, with Jamie, real facts with a proven track record. Real information. We're not going to sit here and give you possibilities and hypes and stuff like that. And we're not going to lure you based on how many professional athletes or celebrity endorsements we have, because I can assure you we have plenty of those from around the world. And today, folks, you're going to hear about a global business model in the network marketing arena. The internet and technology has allowed people from all backgrounds to capitalize on the power of the internet, technology, and leveraged income. And leveraged income is really the result of getting paid not just on your efforts, but the efforts of others, of people that are in your organization, in your team, that we're going to help you build. And if you take a look at, again, the model that everyone is familiar with, you're taking a look at, again, professions and business owners and the traditional business where there's truly only one CEO when you're talking about a traditional business or a franchise business. And all of you that work a job that are listening right now obviously have a boss, an owner, a CEO, okay? Well, there's only one CEO that, again, earns leveraged income. Everyone else down the chain gets paid a linear income to build a residual for that CEO. And that's it. So basically you're living, again, paycheck to paycheck, regardless how big that paycheck is. There's no true time and financial freedom in that. But you see here, you're going to learn about our business model that allows everyone to be their own CEO, again, in their own business. And that's how you start time and financial freedom. Now, Jamie, like you said, I'm sure there's a confusion out there with categories within the network marketing arena.
Yeah, exactly. And again, I know this firsthand because I went through it. And when you narrow the jungle down to, say, a small area of jungle where you can just see the trees and the river, you now have to look into, okay, I'm going into network marketing, but what industry, what segment do I want to go into? Because there's a lot out there. There's telecommunications, there's travel, there's energy, there's social media, there's different network marketing companies that will use an affiliate marketing kind of business model. It's still confusing. But what you really want to do is you want to focus on a segment that is not only successful today, but will be successful tomorrow and years to come. Because there's a lot of businesses that if you look at the statistics, if you look at their history, which is important to do, you'll see that they have these quick runs and then they fall off. So for you, the individual looking at an opportunity, you don't want to get into a segment, never mind company, but a segment that has a 2 to 3 year span. Because what that's going to mean is you got to start, build a business, have a good run, and then start over again 2 to 3 years later. That's not what you want to do. You want to start, you want to build a business, and you want it to pay you over and over again for the rest of your life. That's really what I did. That's what Andreas did. And what we chose, of course, was the health and wellness industry. The health and wellness industry is by far, and again, not by me saying this, not by Andreas saying this, but by statistics, by far the most lucrative one out there because everybody wants to be healthy. Everybody wants to feel better. Everybody wants to look better. Just look at the numbers. Look at what everybody's talking about, all the different articles you see in the paper, the things you see on TV about people wanting to be more healthy. It's a conscious level that has risen. People want to take care of themselves. So when we look at NHT Global, that's one of our competitive advantages because we are in that trillion-dollar industry of health and wellness. And NHT Global continues to grow, continues to be a leader with regards to what we do in this industry. What we're going to talk about here over the next few slides now is the company history, our product line, of course, the pay plan, the global markets, and the leadership. And the one thing that I want you to continually remember is when we talk about our products and the company and the leadership, it's not about hype. It's not about trying to sell you something that hasn't happened. These are all facts, all things that we have done. And when you look at our history, that will show you what our future is going to be, and more importantly, what your future can be. So, Andreas, when we go into the company, why should we look at NHT Global? What is it that we've done in the past 12 years that continues to allow us to be successful?
Absolutely. Well, one of the competitive advantage that we have, Jamie, is that we're a 12-year-old company. We're not a startup company. And as you will see in the industry today, there's going to be a lot new startup network marketing companies in so many of the segments you've talked about because, again, this industry is mainstream. It is the best industry to, again, help people achieve that financial success. But see, here's our competitive advantage, okay? We're not a company that's going to tell you when we think we're going to be a billion-dollar company, when we're going to, explode. We've been doing it for 12 years. Our global headquarters are in Dallas, Texas, okay? We have a headquarters out in Hong Kong, health centers around the world, but we're a proven company. And our record-breaking 12-year history is such that up to date, we have global sales that exceeded $1.5 billion. And it's growing at a record pace. Now, don't take that number lightly because, folks, I can share with you that I would say it's between 14 or 15 companies. I'm not 100% sure if it's 14 or 15 or maybe even 16, that there's only that amount of companies that reached $1 billion mark in global sales. We did that in our 10th year, and of course, because of the internet and technology, it allows, again, to do it a little bit more faster than some of the legacy companies that are known, that have been in the field for, again, 60 years. And that's something you should take to heart and really understand, because when you look at statistics of startup companies, regardless how fast they grow, their first 2 or 3 years, record-breaking numbers, it doesn't matter. The statistics are this. These are facts, and you can do your own research. Over 90% of all the startup companies will not see their 6th year and beyond. And companies that have lasted 10 years will always see their 20th, 30th, 40th, and 50th year and beyond. So I want you to understand that this is a rock-solid foundation to be able to build, again, a business that you can pass down to, again, your children and your grandchildren. We have 300% growth in some emerging markets. As a matter of fact, we've got growth that are over 500% in emerging markets, in markets that most companies will never even dare go into because they don't understand how to pioneer markets, they don't understand cultures, and they don't understand the business outside of, again, their local country they do business in. So we're rock solid. We're financially stable. We're members of the Direct Selling Association. Obviously, we're part of the Better Business Bureau. And again, I could go on and on about our history, but you're going to learn more about that through the next segments of our competitive advantage. Now, one of the most important pieces to the puzzle, not the most important, but one of the solid components to having a thriving business is having phenomenal, unique products. And Jamie's going to go over with you, again, our just phenomenal products that, again, that separates us from a lot of the nutritional companies that are out there today.
Yeah, when you look at products, there's this myth in this industry that the product has to be the end-all and be-all of everything out there in order for a company to survive. Yes, it's important, but it's not the most important. And we'll explain what we mean by that in just a few slides here. But when we look at our products, NHT Global is a leader in this industry. And as a leader, you have to understand that you can't have one product. You can't be in one market only. You have to appeal to the masses. That's why we have 3 different categories of products. We have lifestyle products, we have beauty products, and we have wellness products. So we have an assortment of products in our 3 categories that appeals to the masses. So you, the business owner, have the ability to appeal to the masses as well, right? It makes sense. If you can appeal to 6 billion people versus 1 million people, obviously that's much more advantageous for you, right? So what does NHT Global's products have that make them so special? Well, they are wow products. I mean, people see the products, they try them, and they fall in love with them the first time they use them. As a business owner, you absolutely love that. Why? Because they want more. Why? Because their friends want them. Why? Because it increases your income, and that is so exciting. Our products are proprietary. Our products are patented. We have exclusive rights to some of our products that nobody else in the world can touch because they are ours, which means they're yours to build a business with, and you can continue to grow. Wellness really is from the inside out. That's what we promote. And when I get into the categories of products, I just obviously want to share with you that, as Andreas said, I'm going to go through the products. I could spend literally half an hour on each of these products, but obviously don't have time for that. So thankfully, we have websites that will give you that information, the detailed information on these products. And of course, the person that brought you on this call will definitely be able to help you more with it. But we get into our beauty line. When I first saw the beauty line, I have to be honest, wasn't overly excited because I was thinking more like an individual who wasn't an entrepreneur. But very quickly what I saw was, my thinking was definitely flawed, because when I saw these products in action, I realized how powerful they were. And what I'm talking about is our 30-minute non-surgical facelift. This product that's been highlighted right here on the slide, this product itself has opened up markets for us around the world because in 30 minutes, it makes people look 5 to 10 years younger in just 30 minutes. They fall absolutely in love with it. And you know, you can say all the things you want to say. You can have websites, you can have videos, but the best way to see the results of the 30-minute non-surgical facelift is to physically try it, to demonstrate the products, and to see the results that come from this product. You know, I have seen people who cannot believe the way their face looks after they use a 30-minute non-surgical facelift. It is absolutely amazing. And one of the things that we love to do is share our results, and we do not use any sort of hair, makeup, photoshopping. We have results that are factual. Look at the picture you see on the slide here right now. This is a lady who used a facelift, and in one application, these are the kind of results she got. Now, obviously, results will vary, but I mean, from the very first time she got these results, how happy do you think she was? How happy do you think the individual was that shared it with her? She came on board, she became a distributor, and obviously a long-term customer as well. That's the power of these products, and you didn't have to say a word. All you had to do was share the products. And in addition to that, people saw how well she looked, wanted the products as well. Word of mouth spreads whether you want to or not, and that, of course, as a business owner, is fantastic. We get into our next category of products, our lifestyle products. We have a product here that we started our company with back in 2001. This product developed by a board-certified obstetrician for his wife called Allura. So she was going through menopause, and obviously there was things he wanted to help her with, increased libido, just different feminine issues. He created Allura, which is a topical intimacy cream for women, doing for ladies what a little blue pill does for men. And this product, when we launched our company with it, people thought we were crazy. They thought, you won't be in business for 10 minutes. But here we are, 12 years later, and this is still one of our best-selling products because Allura is a product that is wanted. I get calls every single day for this product alone because it's fantastic. Our first 48 hours, we were in business, $500,000 in sales. First year, $20 million in sales, and again, all for one product, a niche market that was created by Allura, and people are envious because they cannot touch this. This is our exclusive product globally, and again, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, that is a huge advantage that you have when you have two simple products like the facelift and Allura that nobody else can even touch. But I've already said it once, wellness starts from within, right? You have to be physically healthy before you can have anything else. See, at NHT, we talk about our healthy lifestyle, which is your physical, emotional, and then your financial health. And our next category of products here, our wellness products, do just that. They are the cornerstone of everything. I haven't been sick in 8 years, and I am thankful for NHT Global products. Everything from our premium organic noni to our glucosamine 2200 for joint pain, to our triotein for increasing glutathione levels, to our amazing super juice. Trifusion Maxa has 4 of the world's super juices: acai, mangosteen, goji, gak, plus pomegranate, lychee, and blueberries. I mean, if you have a health issue, if you have a need and want to be healthier, these wellness products from NHT Global are second to none. But you know what? As I said from the beginning, the products are important, but now we really need to understand why this business is so lucrative. And Andreas, how do people make money with these amazing products?
Great question. Well, obviously people are here listening to hear how they can also earn based on, again, the products that we have and the business model that we have. And, I'm excited to share the pay plan because, first of all, we don't have 20 different ways that you can earn. It doesn't matter where you build it. If you're building it in North America, South America, Europe, Asia, it doesn't matter where you build it. Our compensation plan is the same. You can't say that a lot about the companies in this industry. And the best part about our pay plan and why people that have no experience can jump on board with us and as we work with them, generate income very, very quickly because we don't have any hardcore monthly qualifications. We don't have structures that you have to have. And what do I mean by that? Well, with our compensation plan, you don't have to have a certain amount of people who have a certain amount of people who have a certain amount of people and have a certain amount of volume at a certain period of time in order for you to get paid on all the volume that's in your organization. And what I'm talking about compensation plans that are considered uni-level, Trimax plans, matrix plans, where you have to have, 3 people who have 3 people, have to have 20,000 points in volume or whatever it is, and you have to do it by the end of the month. Otherwise, come the first day of the next month, everything starts at 0 again. Folks, that doesn't exist here in NHT Global. Any volume that gets generated in your organization, there's a way that you will get paid commissions on. So there's no end of the month pushes to push products on people, because that's not truly what we're all about. But I can share with you how great our compensation plan is. But as Jamie and I mentioned in the beginning, we're going to give you facts, okay? To date, we have created 43 millionaires. As a matter of fact, there's a couple more that are about to reach that status as well. That is about 1 new millionaire every quarter since we launched back in 2001. We have helped 11 people earn over $100,000 in 1 week. That's 6 figures in 7 days, folks. You have to have phenomenal products in order for you to do that. And you have to have a great compensation plan to be able to pay those and reward those who are going out there and making things happen. As a matter of fact, our compensation plan pays at all levels of experience. And we're going to go over these on the slides. I'm going to go over each of them. I'm just going to share with you some highlights, nothing in detail, because the person who invited you here today can give you some detailed information on each of these bonuses. But I'm going to make this very, very simple, because it truly is. One way that you can generate income as an NHT Global distributor is through retail. We have many people around the world that are not interested in building leveraged income, meaning building an organization, helping other people, sponsor other people's and helping them build their business. They're just interested in retailing products because they love the marketability of our products. We have people that generate thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars on a monthly basis just through retailing. And you can do that here in NHT Global. But what's even more exciting now, because of the internet and technology, is that you can retail your products through your online store, through your website that is on 24/7. You can drive traffic locally, nationally, internationally to your online store, and every order that gets placed through your website, NHT Global gives you a retail commission. It's that simple. And guess what? We're going to teach you how to use your website and, again, attract customers from around the world and, again, generate as big of an income you want just from consumers who are going to order month after month, year after year. Now, our second way of generating income is through our generation enrollment bonus. I call this a fast start generation enrollment bonus. And again, I'm going to keep this very simple, but for every person you sponsor into the business that want to build an NHT Global business just like you will generate a 10% commission on all of the personal orders from that person you sponsored. And their customers they attract month after month, year after year, 10% commission to you. You can enroll 5, 10, 20, 100 people. There's no limits to how many people you can personally sponsor into NHT Global. And for every person you sponsor, month after month, year after year, you're going to receive a 10% commission on their personal orders and all of the customers that order through those people that you have sponsored. Now, when those people go out there and sponsor their people, you're going to get a 5% commission on all of the reorders month after month, year after year. And when those people go out there and enroll their distributors, you'll get a 3% commission on all the reorders month after month, year after year. You could be generating a 10, 5, 3% on thousands of people in your organization, and only because you just introduced it to a few. And that's what I want to talk to you about on our next pay plan, because this is the bread and butter of our compensation plan. And I'm sure you're going to get excited about this, because you can see that with just a few people to get started, you can generate and leverage off the efforts of hundreds and thousands of people in your organization. See, we have a 2-team building system. We call that a binary system. You build 2 teams. You don't have to worry about building 3 teams, 4 teams, 5 teams, 6 teams. You don't have to worry about having a certain amount of people who have a certain amount of people. You don't need to worry about that. You get started with 2 people, and folks, your financial future can change forever. So here's how this works. Once you enroll and sponsor John into NHT because John wants to build a business just like you just started team number 1. You go out there and you enroll Sue into the program. Sue wants to build a business just like you. You just started team number 2. Anybody else that you personally sponsor into your NHT business has to go either under John's organization or under Sue's organization. That's it. Your 3rd person up to your infinity person you personally sponsor has to go underneath one of those 2 teams. Now, as you help John build his first 2 teams, you help Sue build her first 2 teams. Again, helping them with just their 2 people, as you can see over a period of time, the geometric progression of duplication. You'll get to earn off the efforts of hundreds and thousands of people in your organization. Now, when both of your teams accumulate 3,750 business volume, that's the currency we use, basically 3,750 points. Every product has a point value, okay? We have a 1/3, 2/3 system where 1/3 of that volume comes from one team, 2/3 of that volume comes from another team. When that happens, your back office automatically generates a $250 paycheck to you as a gold level distributor. Now, how would you like to cycle 1 time a week? That's $1,000 a month. What would $1,000 a month mean to you today? How would that change your current life, your current financial situation, an extra $1,000 a month? Think about that. Now, you could be cycling with the same few people you got started multiple times a week. You could be cycling multiple times a day. We have people that cycle on the hour, every hour. We have people that are making more money when they are sleeping than they are when they are awake. Because we are in so many countries around the world, our online store and our support structure never closes. So think about this, okay? You don't have to enroll hundreds of people to make the full-time income here in NHT Global like you have to do in so many of the companies that are in the industry, okay? That's how powerful, how simple it is. With just a few people that get started on a part-time basis, you can get paid a lot more with NHT than you do full-time with your job. That's how powerful this is, folks. That's why a lot of people are able to come in with no experience and quickly build a business and generate income very quickly. That's why a lot of people that are seasoned veterans in the industry, who are top leaders in the industry, they take a look at our compensation plan, they take a look at our history, and guess what? They get on board, and man, they are exploding. We also have a matching bonus. Again, just another way to pay you for helping people in your organization. Anytime you help your personally sponsored distributor earn a cycle check, they're going to give you a 10% match on that cycle check. You could be generating thousands of dollars on a weekly basis just on this bonus as your people in your organization are building their business with our support. And that goes down to 3 generations of matching. So if the person you personally enrolled helps the person they personally enrolled and they get a cycle check, you're going to get a 5% match. And then 1 more generation of enrollments who own a cycle check, you'll earn a 3%. So what I'm sharing with you here is that as you get started, there's money to be made in each of these bonuses on almost like on a daily basis. You can retail. You can get paid for enrolling somebody. You get paid for 3 generations of enrollment. You get paid on cycling with the volume that's going on in your organization. And you get a match for people that are cycling that's within your 3 generation of enrollments. That's powerful, folks. This is why we're a $1.5 billion company and growing like crazy. So, Jamie, how important in today's world is it to have global markets?
Well, you know, if cash is king, cash flow is queen, being global is definitely up there because you have to have a global economy because today how we work, how we operate, and I don't care what country you're hearing my voice from, you're in a global economy. So when you have the markets around the world like we do at NHT Global, you can build a business that can withstand recessions, that can withstand some downturns, that can obviously benefit from the uptakes of different countries as they happen on a regular basis. Andreas has gone through an amazing, the comp plan with how simple it is. And you have to understand that the size of your teams is not due to solely your efforts. It's due to the efforts of everybody. When you're consistent in building your business every single day, you have the ability to grow around the world. I know it's happened for Andreas. It happened for me. It's happened for so many in my organization that they simply shared the business every single day, and their business circled the globe. I mean, we have new markets that are coming on stream. We have over 38 markets that we are already open in, and we're shipping into more than 50. So what does that mean for you? You could be anywhere in the world. You don't have to be in a big city. You don't have to have a lot of people in your circle of influence. All you simply need to do is use our systems, and you can build a business that literally is making you money, as Andreas put it, while you sleep. So for some people, they may think, well, what do I need to do? How do I build this business? Because I don't know what to do. I've never done this before. Well, that's when you turn to the leadership we have here at NHT Global. People like myself, people like Andreas, who have learned what it takes to grow a business. And in addition to that, we have people like Joe Garcia and Dan Caddo, Garth Wright, individuals who are building this business long term because we want to help you grow. Dan Caddo and Joe Garcia are the founding distributors of NHT Global. Today, they are still working this business just as hard as they did when they got started, but not because they have to, because they want to. See, they had a vision when they started back in 2001 to build a billion-dollar company. And as both Andreas and I have already said, we've already accomplished that. We're a $1.5 billion company. Now the vision is to go $1 billion a year. And when you look at an opportunity like we have right now, there has never been a better time to get started, because you have the ability with an established company, established products, new markets coming on stream, the leadership there to grow with you, and the ability to make a lot of money. The people that make the most money in the next 3 to 5 years haven't even gotten started yet with NHT Global, and that's because of the way things have been set up with Joe and Dan and NHT Global. These guys, they aren't just leaders within our company. They're leaders within the industry. Okay, they've been written up in magazines, in books. There's been billboards of Joe because he was a keynote speaker at a conference in Europe. When you want to be successful, you have to surround yourself with successful people. If you want to catch a cold, hang on with sick people. If you want to be a millionaire, hang on with millionaires. And that's exactly what we have here at NHT Global, individuals that will help you on a daily basis to build your business. And when we talk about your business, this means that you are at the top of your business. And Andreas touched on it earlier on in the presentation. A traditional business has a CEO. In this business, you are the CEO. So Andreas, why don't you walk through some of the benefits of NHT Global's business?
Absolutely. Well, again, becoming a CEO, when you take a look at franchise business, you're looking at multiple, 6 figures, if not millions of dollars, just to start your own business to be able to earn, some type of leveraged income. Well, here, folks, today, it's, when you're hearing about how to get started with NHT Global, it is low cost to get started. There's no caps on what income you can make. You can build whatever type of income you want, security income, retirement income, lifestyle income. You can earn income while you're continuing to, again, earn from your current job. Again, you don't have to leave what you're doing in order for you to start building your NHT Global business. Flexibility by starting part-time. Again, you don't need a PhD, a master's degree in order for you to become successful at this. And of course, depending on the country that you're from, there's some significant tax advantages for having your own business. Again, depending on where you're living, but you'll also have an opportunity to earn some of the most exotic trips that you will ever take in your life. Trips that you will be able to earn. It's not for just the elite at the top. There's people who join and in a matter of months earn our incentive trips that we fly throughout the world. Every year we offer incentive trips, red carpet, paid for exclusive NHT Global $1 million lifestyle. I'm telling you, it is that alone is just, again, an amazing thing to be a part of. And again, we reward leaders better than any other company in the industry. And guess what? We got a lot of people that build it online. We have a lot of people that still build it traditionally like I do, and I know Jamie does as well too. You can build this online, offline, whatever you want. The best part about that is we have systems that can help you do both, okay? And that's what's exciting about, again, the type of business that you have. You basically have a turnkey business operation when you become part of NHT Global. You know, how do you get started? Well, there's 3 levels of distributorship, okay? Gold, silver, and bronze. And I'm just going to talk about the gold level distributorship because that's really where you want to be if you want to generate income quickly. The gold level distributorship basically gets you 34% below the wholesale price. That's the lowest price that you can personally purchase your NHT Global products. The benefit of that is not just so much that you're getting it at the lowest price, but when people buy at retail through your online store, the difference between the gold level price and the retail price has the biggest profit margins. So again, you want to get started as a gold level distributor. Now, a gold level distributor is you selecting 1,000 business volume of products to get started initially. Now, we have some special promotions going on right now that will help you become a gold level distributor with only 500 BVs. Okay, that's going to save you hundreds of dollars, hundreds of euros, hundreds of whatever currency that you're on. But in some countries, we also have a package that we created. It's called the Platinum Package. Now, the Platinum Package is a package that gets you a gold level distributorship, but it gives you a lot of perks. It gives you a significant amount of free activation months. It gives you a lifetime of free back office. You'll never have to worry about renewing your back office. Again, get back to the person who invited you here today and ask about the promotions that are going right now that can help you become a gold level distributor significantly less than if you, again, came on board with 1,000 BVs of products. So make sure you go back to that person. So, Jamie, how simple and what is it that they really are going to get as an NHT Global distributor? How quickly can they get started, and what does it all come with?
That's a lot to answer there, Andreas. But no, really, Andreas has already said it. It is a turnkey operation that you get. We have the proven business model. We have the proven products. We have the support. We have everything that you need. You can literally get started in 10 minutes. You get enrolled online through your distributor, and then that distributor, that person that enrolled you, your sponsor, becomes your first rung on your success ladder because we have a team environment here at NHT Global. We are a family that works together. You're in business for yourself, but you are never, ever by yourself. There's always somebody there to help you to get started. You know, your online store, it's in 17 different languages. You know, your website is in 17 different languages. So once you get started, you have an e-commerce presence, you are up and running, and we will show you how you can promote your website. We will show you the steps to how to generate prospects, how to talk to individuals, how to bring them onto calls like you have here today, so that all you simply need to do is small things over time. As I mentioned, consistency. Use the systems that are in place so that you can continue to grow, and you will have a business that is, you know, that circles the world and continues to pay you on a consistent, regular basis. You know, there are systems in place because we know from experience, everybody comes from different backgrounds. Everybody comes from different skill sets, and also, more importantly, most people are started on a part-time basis. So you're not going to have 20, 30, 40, 50 hours to build a business. You're only going to have maybe 5, 10, 15 hours a week to build a business. So you need to leverage the system. You need to leverage people like Andreas, people like myself, so that you can grow a business while you're working. That is the ultimate leverage. And, you know, the question really comes down to, are you ready? Do you want to change your results? Ask yourself that question. Are you happy right now with the results you had in the past 12 months? How about the past 24 months? And as you look forward, the next 12 months, 24 months, what do you want to have that's different? If you answer the question and say to yourself, I want more freedom, I want more money, I want more travel time, I want more time with my kids, then you need to change what you're doing. We have an opportunity here that people from all walks of life, we have real estate agents, we have engineers, we have doctors, we have nurses, we have people who are unemployed getting started with us. And the important thing that they have is that desire for change that can't be taught. It comes from within. They have it, and they want to grab a hold of something to couple that desire with so that they can become unstoppable. And that's what they use NHT Global for. It's that vehicle to get you what you want so that tomorrow, next year, next decade, you look back and think, wow, what a great decision I made, because now I'm living the life that I designed for me and my family. So it really is a matter of, are you ready? And if you are, make that choice to take action and join us. We're looking forward to having more and more people with us every single day because we love to work with people. You know, Andreas, we have two completely different backgrounds, you and I know it's great to share our stories because it really highlights what people from all walks of life can do in this amazing opportunity.
Absolutely. And so we're going to end with our stories here, folks. And many of you will relate to one of our stories or both of our stories. So for those of you that are listening right now who are saying, you know, I don't know if I have the time, or they're saying, you know, I've never done something like this before. Well, let me share my story to you, because 12 and a half years ago, I didn't know what network marketing was. I was actually a very successful business owner. I owned a traditional business, and as I shared with you, and for those of you that are listening that own a traditional business, here's the reality. The business owns you. If you're not there, and sometimes your business doesn't run like it's supposed to. Folks, I was burnt out. I worked literally under 80 hours, just under 80 hours a week. I commuted about an hour and 15 minutes each and every way from home to the clinic. I had a newborn. I just built a new house. And I'm like, you know, it didn't matter how much I paid myself because we had a $1.2 million wellness facility. I just didn't want that lifestyle anymore. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are making a lot of money in their traditional business or maybe at a job. But guess what? You don't have time to do the things that you want with the money that you have. And that's what happened to me. So when I was introduced to network marketing, I understood the power of leveraging, okay? Now, back then, folks, we didn't have Facebook. We didn't have Skype. We didn't even have the internet on our cell phones. So back then, you didn't have as much tools, as we say, as you do today to really be able to build your business. Well, when I got involved 12 and a half years ago, I used my commute time to build my business. And in 10 months, not only did I build a full-time income, it was roughly about $3,000 at the time, I had one of the top 8 businesses of that company. I quickly grew around the world. I became a 6-figure income earner. And the reality came where, as I was educating myself, is that who you join is more important than what you join. The company made decisions that didn't align with my vision. They made the decision not to go internationally anymore. Big mistake. Why? Because we live in a global economy today. You know, building a business across the globe is no different than building it in your backyard in today's world. They changed the compensation plan, not once, not twice, not 3, not 4, but 5 times in 1 year. For me, that was a clue. And I couldn't align myself to continue to build with that type of philosophy for the next 10, 20 years. And so I then made sure I looked at about 18 companies. I have about 20 different criterias. For those of you that want to see my chart, I still have it. And let's just say there was a couple of key things that I wanted to be a part of. And again, great products. But again, how many people do you know joined companies that had great products and are no longer part of that company anymore? So again, a big piece of the puzzle, but not the biggest piece of the puzzle. I made sure that the person that I was going to join was more important than what the company was I was going to join. And to make a long story short, I knew Joe Garcia for 7 years, but it wasn't until I actually drove to Canada to meet him one-on-one to make sure that this was the company that I know I was going to be able to build and build it to last a lifetime. And within 5 minutes, I knew that this was the person I wanted to build a business in. And let me just share something with you, okay? Because it's not that I'm working any harder with NHT than I did with my previous business, but when you align yourself with the right people, they can magnify the desires and the dreams and the visions that you have. Well, I've been with NHT a little bit over 2 years, and let me just share with you. What I've done in 2 years dwarfed what I did for 12 years with my previous company. Okay? My business is around the world, hundreds of distributors coming in on a weekly basis from many continents around the world. And it's just amazing the freedom that you can have knowing that you wake up in the morning and, wow, you had 50 new distributors in your organization. You wake up in the morning and you go, wow, there's 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 10,000 points that just went into your organization. Folks, that's real residual income, and we haven't even scratched the surface yet. So, Jamie, I can go on and on with my story, but, there's so many people who say, I don't know if I could do this. Well, I'll tell you what. If you have a reason why you want to make more money and to take control of your life, if it's strong enough, NHT is that vehicle to help you do that. So, Jamie, you got an awesome story, and I know you share it every time you do your presentation, and I know many people will be able to relate to your story, so I'm going to turn it over to you now.
My pleasure. Andreas, your story is always very motivating for me because of where I came from, but I remember before I got started, I would hear stories similar to yours and think, I can't do what Andreas does. I can't do that because I have no background. Well, my background, for those of you who don't know me, I used to be an engineer in the automotive industry. So as an engineer, I did exactly what I wanted to do from a kid. I was engineering, designing, and building vehicles. I loved what I did. I was handling multi-million-dollar contracts. I was traveling the world because of it, but the problem was, because of the way my schedule was, I worked similar to Andreas, 60, 70, 80 hours a week, plus I was traveling all over the world. So that meant there were days that I would wake up and not know what city I was in because it had been a 10-day stretch or a 14-day stretch of travel. So I knew that I couldn't do what I was doing for the rest of my life. I really felt like I was running a marathon at a sprinter's pace, and I was running out of gas, if you know what I mean. So I recognized I needed a change. And when I started to do some research and things, I realized that I needed to model people who were successful and model people that had what I wanted. And what I started to look at was entrepreneurs, the wealthy individuals who had what appeared to be a great life. Now, I'm not saying that having money is everything, but what I found, of course, was that these entrepreneurs had a business or multiple businesses that were working for them. That was what I keyed in on because I knew that I could not continue doing what I was doing, and then when I stopped working, my income would stop. So I needed to find a way to create that business, right? So I thought a franchise would be where I'd want to go because having no business background, no formal training in business, I knew a franchise would give me the opportunity to get involved in a business, to get trained, and then build that business so then I could then walk away from it or start a second business and have that residual income come from a business. What I quickly found in a franchise was that even though it was a huge investment, which I knew going into, it was going to be a 4 to 5 to possibly 6-year wait until I got to see any sort of return on my investment. That didn't compute. That didn't make sense to me, so did not do that. Went back to the drawing board and started to look again. How could I build a business? What could I do with no knowledge? What could I do with only desire to change what I wanted? That's when I met Joe Garcia and Dan Catto. I met them. They share with me something very similar to what you're seeing here today with regards to what network marketing could give us. I had never been in the industry before. I heard about the industry. I knew people had success. I knew people didn't do well, but it didn't make a difference what people were saying. I wanted to make sure that it worked for me and my family. So I literally interviewed and interrogated, if you will, Joe and Dan for almost 2 weeks. Asked them every question I could possibly ask them because I wanted to be sure that I could start with NHT and find a home here and learn the things I needed to learn and grow the business. And here we are now, 8 years later. I have a global business that I'm on every continent around the world, And I'm very proud to say it's not solely because of me. It's not just for my effort. It's because of what my team has done. It's because of what NHT has done. It's because of what we have done. So you take someone like Andreas, who had a previous business background. You take someone like myself, who had no business background, and everybody in between. And the common thing of the people that are successful with NHT Global is their why is red hot. They know what they want, and they're going to go out and get it. They then take what NHT Global has and use it to learn the skills you need to learn and to build a business that will come from simply being consistent in the business. I'm so proud of what I've been able to do, and I know that I couldn't have done it without people like Andreas, without people like Dan and Joe and Pastor Tulloch, and individuals at corporate who will continue to make my job here, my business here at NHT Global, something that I jump out of bed every single day. And Andreas, I could not agree with you more. It is so amazing waking up in the morning, looking at my phone, seeing the retail card orders that came in while I was sleeping, going to my back office, seeing the new distributors, the new volume, and it's like, wow, I'm getting paid very well when I sleep, and it's a fantastic feeling to have. And what's even better is when I go and spend time, go to my kids' ball games or hockey games or do things with my family, and I come back and I've gotten paid just as well. That is really what's exciting, knowing that I'm getting paid more an hour, more a day, more a week than I could have ever made possible at my job as an engineer. And I'm doing it while I'm spending time with my family. That, to me, is priceless because you cannot do that anywhere else. So, Andreas, I know that we have an amazing story here at NHT Global. I know what we have. But I'll turn it back to you to close the call up, because the one thing that I want to say before I go, though, is that for people that are looking at this for the first time, you cannot experience what we have simply by listening to our words or watching a presentation like this. You need to actually get started and work with us to be able to build that lifestyle that you want for you and your family. It's exciting. We haven't even gotten started where we are now in the markets we're in, with new markets coming on stream every single day. Andreas, it's exciting, isn't it, to be a part of NHT Global, because it's an amazing choice that we made, and actions that we're taking are now growing our business around the world.
Absolutely, Jamie. Fantastic. Your story is inspiring. And, folks, you've heard it from one of the best here. Get back to that person who invited you here today. Get your questions answered. If you want the next 2 years to be totally different than your previous 2 years, folks, something has to change. And hopefully you saw enough here today, you heard enough here today to help you make that decision, because NHT Global can help fuel the dreams that perhaps maybe you've cut off or stopped because, your job can't help you get there. Well, folks, we are here to help you build your dream. And it doesn't matter where you are at your life here today. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter what your current background or what your current skills are. If you have the desire to become successful, we can help you do that. The best part about it, folks, is that we are absolutely no risk. Absolutely no risk. So on behalf of Jamie Messina, it is my pleasure, our pleasure, to introduce the NHT Global business model to each and every one of you. We look forward to joining us, having help us help you build your future, your family, and your finances for decades to come. So thank you so much for joining us here today. We will hear you on our next live webinar with your team and your organization, saying that you made a wise decision to be part of our NHT Global family. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Jamie.
Thanks, Andreas.